On today's video, let's talk about Fetchlands. Boom or bust, where are they headed? Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to my channel, you've somehow found me out there in the nacho cheese universe of YouTube, well, thanks a lot for checking out my content today. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Smash that subscribe button. Join in the fun. It's free to do. Helps the channel get bigger. It doesn't cost you a dime. And I look forward to seeing you guys each and every day. And remember, every subscription I get gets me closer to that 10,000 subscriber mark and the 10,000 subscriber party, which is going to be an epic time. I can't wait to see everyone there. So today's topic, Fetchlands. No, I'm not stretching. I'm waiting for them to fall from the sky because the prices were higher. Now they're lower. Now they're crashing on the ground, right? The Fetchlands are falling. They're falling from the sky. You can get some now. They're not as expensive as they were a month ago. I'm going to show you later too. Guys, Fetchlands are an amazing thing. I remember when dual lands came out when I was a kid. 2 types of land for free? Wow. When I first saw Fetchland, I said, who needs that? It's ridiculous. Waste of time. But then I realized how good a Fetchland is and what it can do for my vintage deck, right? Like, that's what we're talking about here. So, of course, I realized that a little bit later after I gave a whole bunch away as like, oh, I don't care about this. Yes, mistakes were made, but I've corrected it since then. And now I know, and so do you, how important Fetchlands are for so many different decks. From Modern, gotta have them. Vintage Legacy, gotta have them. Commander, gotta have it. There's so many formats that rely on having them that they're kind of used everywhere. Now, since that's the situation, we know that Wizards has to print them fairly regularly to make sure there's a good supply coming in. Because if we don't have a good supply of these amazing lands, then inflation happens, price gets driven up, and there become some very unhappy people out there. Very unhappy people, and that's understandable because you want cards that are at least semi-affordable. The mana base should not cost an arm and a leg. So Wizards has been trying to drive down that price, you know. They've been trying to bring it down. And this attempt in Modern Horizons 2 is the biggest attempt I remember seeing in a very long time, probably since Cons. Cons, you could get up to like 6 different types in a box. That's the most I ever saw. I think I myself got 5 or 6. But here, I opened a collector booster box. I got 5. 5 Fetchlands. It was amazing. But imagine if I'm doing it, everyone else is doing it too. So it was inevitable that the prices were going to fall. And it took a while. You know, Modern Horizons 2 has been out for a while, guys. Which is kind of scary to say, right? A while. And the prices slowly came down from the sky. Way up there where I can't reach. And they're slowly coming down. But then, in the last week or so, somebody took a blowtorch to them and crashed them to the ground, and now they're in a triage unit, and they're hoping to save Scalding Tarn. You see what I'm saying? They really came down fast. Great. It's amazing for any player trying to get their hands on this card for the first time, trying to get their first play set, trying to trade for it at an LGS or from friends. It's great for those who need to get it. Now, for the investor, investors should know better and should hold on. If you're an investor and you're griping about these prices, I don't know why. We'll get to that part, but I don't know why. You don't have a reason to gripe. Now, the other thing we had going on was Dungeons & Dragons has not been the set that people expected it to be. It's been a little bit of a letdown for certain people. I'm ecstatic. But there are some people who are not as happy as the Moxman about how Dungeons & Dragons has turned out. So they took their orders, which they canceled. They took all that cash and they just went ahead and moved it over to buy more Modern Horizons 2. I know some people who did it myself. They were not happy. They said, nope. And they moved on. That means even more Modern Horizons 2 was opened. I mean, come on. They had the bundles. We got set, we got draft, and we got collectors. That is a lot of Fetchlands hitting the market. So, of course, they fell. Now, they fell the first time about 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, and they kind of hit like a kind of semi-bottomed out. And I did recommend it was a good time to buy, but it's always the right time to buy when you need a card. So they kind of hit this one level, and they were just, you know, chilling out there. That's fine. But this is what's happened right now. I'm going to show you two sets of prices here. Don't mind my spelling. I was atrocious. I don't know what I was thinking. They're both in Canadian prices. The top one you're going to see right here is going to be for July 20th, 2021. Marsh Flats were $21.99. The Catacombs were $39.99. Misty Rainforests are now $42 right now. Scalding Tarn, $41. And we got Arid Mesa hanging in there at $25. Okay. Price of fall, nice, right? Let's go back 1 month to June 2021. Just a month. Same date. Okay. Marsh Flats were going for around $28.99 Canadian. The Catacombs were $44 Canadian. Misty Rainforests were $47. Some were even $49 they sold, but I put the $47 one. Well, Scalding Tarns were around $51. Oh my God, you're on fire! Save me! I know. That's quite a drop for it. But, there's always a but. And then you've got Arid Mesa went from 31 and now it's selling at 25. So think about that. They have fallen quite a bit. Do they have farther to fall? Yes, I think they do. I think there's a little bit more wiggle room. I think there is because there's just been so many opened. I think some may actually go just a little bit below that $20 mark. For like Marsh Flats, it may hit the $18, $19 mark. I can see Arid Mesa going for $20. I can see them falling a little bit farther if people don't start buying them. Because there are people who've got to generate cash. There are stores who need to get revenue going. There were stores I knew who bought a lot of these, and they told me now they've had to liquidate some of them just to keep the bills going, right? Keep the cash flow moving. So it's not going to be a perfect world. But it is perfect for the person trying to buy them and get these cards and start purchasing them for actual decks. But remember this, guys, and please, everyone remember, they're not going to stay down in the basement. That's where the investors have nothing to gripe about. They're not staying down there. They're being pinned down and held right now with some duct tape. A little bit of twine. A couple of bandages. That's all that's holding it down there. Because too many decks use these particular types of land base, they can't stay down there. They are going to rise up again very soon and enjoy the ride right now while they're lower for those of you who need them. The investors have nothing to worry about because eventually they're going to go back up just because people are lazy. I'm sorry, I know too many friends who don't like taking and unsleeving cards between decks. So they keep multiple play sets of all kinds of Fetchlands, and they have sometimes even bought extra later on. For those who can afford it, that's what they do. I know friends who have over 100 Fetchlands, no problem, in their decks. No problem at all. Okay? So when that happens, you have more players doing that, eventually it just goes up again. The prices are going to rise, and it's unavoidable. There's nothing you can do about it. Unless Wizards prints it again and drives those prices back down. So can we see another printing next year? Yes, you can. Maybe not quite the quantity we saw put out in Modern Horizons 2, but maybe they'll even double down and put even more in because they want that price down so players can afford it. When it's a mana base, you don't want it too expensive. You want it accessible to players who are maybe trying to break into that format or players who just have never had the cash. I'm not saying they want to drive it down to $20 or $10 or $5 a card, but I think Wizards definitely has the intention of driving these prices down to make it more affordable for players who are trying to get into Modern and some of the other staple formats, okay? That's just the way I see it. Guys, I want you to let me know what you think about these prices falling. Do you want them to go farther down? Do you want them to start rising? What do you want Wizards to do? Please put this stuff in the comment section. Love talking to you guys. Looking forward to it each and every day. It's just part of my routine, and you guys are part of it too. Looking forward to it, guys. Everyone have an awesome day today. I look forward to seeing everyone on the weekend. Cheers. I gotta click this one first. Then I look at you and smile. And then I click off. Hey guys, awesome, big, amazing, giant shout out and helping hands to all my amazing people who help me out. That is my patrons. You guys make the world go round. Your continued support allows me to do what I'm doing. Thank you, everyone.